The Auditor-General has briefed the Portfolio Committee on Mineral Resources and Energy on the performance of the department. The AG revealed that about 60% of the entities under the Department of Mineral Resources and Energy achieved clean audits. The committee also welcomed the unqualified audit opinion for the department. And for more on the department's performance, we joined via Zoom by the committee's chairperson, Sahlulele Luzipho. Thank you so much, Sahlulele, for your time, and good afternoon to you. What does it all really mean, especially when there is distrust on the performances not only of departments but municipalities as well from a public point of view?
Good afternoon to you, Cindy. Good afternoon to your viewership. Thank you for the opportunity. The AG's report paints a picture that with commitment in terms of governance, as well as issues of proper and effective oversight and proper leadership, it is possible that the state-owned entities can perform to their maximum like any other entities, both in the state and in the private sector. And we are quite pleased that almost 60% of the entities have received clean audits, but of those 60%, again, 3 other entities have received an unqualified audit, obviously with findings, including the department as the first one. They received unqualified audit with findings. We are also quite impressed by the progression that the NEXA is performing. You will recall there was a time where the AG said they can't even look at the books of the entity. There was a time where it was sitting in, the last time it was sitting on disclaimer, and currently it has improved. Our view, what then is quite interesting, is that they've managed to make 145 million profit, which means now they are in a turnaround. And from the 4 findings that it had, it now remains with 1, which is the reason we've said they must now move straight also to a clean audit. And if they perform in the manner that they do, it actually gives hope that state-owned entities can be able to do that. Hence, we have also said, yes, we appreciate the department that it's still again receiving unqualified audit with findings. But we say the parent must lead the kids, it should not follow the kids. So we still want the department to lead by example and be at the par.
Yes, all right, let's look at the portfolio of the department and which of these state-owned entities or agencies fall under the Department of Mineral Resources and Energy, and look at the performing or the best performing ones and what we can attribute to their success.
We can attribute success to the fact that one of the things we had said, even when we started as the portfolio committee, was that do away with active posts. Remember, if you've got an active CEO, that active CEO is a CFO or is a person at the level of second to the CEO. It means that person in his or her position, somebody is active. So the first thing is to set up good structures of governance. And we think that that department, by such intervention, it has made proper areas. Secondly, is to deploy the required and the necessary people, not just by qualification, but people who have got zeal, who demonstrate that they are prepared to face the challenge. Because it doesn't help to employ someone who doesn't last for 3 years in any form of employment. So that is one of the second thing that we think is critical to acknowledge. The last thing is that even ourselves as portfolio committees, we need to keep our close proximity and make the necessary scrutiny on the public purse that is being utilized. And we think with that effective leadership, both at the level of the entities, at the level of the department, as well as the level of the oversight responsibility that the portfolio committee has given, it is possible to yield results like the ones that we have currently.
Yeah, and in revitalizing, especially the mining sector, Secretary-General of the ANC highlighting the fact that over and above, we know that crime is at all-time levels in the country and threatening the livelihood and safety of communities. But he specifically also spoke about the issue of the Zamazama. So under this portfolio, is this something that the AG would obviously highlight as a concern? And then what were the interventions, in your view, that were satisfactory to give this 60% improvement in the department's performance?
What we have said with the AG, part of the findings of the AG, which we feel that it's a matter that overall we must have an engagement. For an example, the AG agrees with what the committee has made as recommendation, that you will only deal with the issue of Zamazamas if you effectively deal with the issue of derelict and ownerless mines. The problem that we were having with the AG was that the recommendations of the AG, binding as they might be, they are not giving effective tools to bite. One of the things is that the department has stated that it can only close 3 mines. And by the way, it's not only 3 mines, it's supposed to be 6,000 holdings. And with the amount that is allocated to it, it will not be able to do that. And the AG's report also confirms that, in fact, it will take 69 years to close those 6,000 holdings. And therefore, what we have raised in the AG is that shouldn't the AG exercise the powers that he has by making sure that the department, the National Treasurer, to be specific, is able to release the required resources, because it is not enough to say the department must go and ask for more money from National Treasury. The department has done that. It has presented this budget. It has presented its annual target. The annual targets of the department and their annual performance plans are subject to the amount that is allocated. We have said to the AG, this is a matter of national interest. In fact, it's a national crisis waiting to happen. It will make sense if, amongst your recommendation, you make a concrete recommendation that the department, the National Treasury, must provide or must allocate the required resources for the department in order to eradicate the retail ownerless mine. We think that will be a bold decision or recommendation that the National Treasury made.
Yeah, just before we wrap up, Sahlulele, just what SG also had highlighted, saying that there's a misalignment in how state-owned entities operate based on the fact that they have to account and report to different departments. He then went on to say on the agenda for the NEC meeting over the weekend, amongst other issues, will also be ESCOM being then under the Department of Mineral and Energy. Do you think that that strategy would perhaps be more aligned to ensure that there is continuity around the energy supply?
I think history has proven that the question of alignment of entities around the aligned areas of line function, so that you can have an alignment of policy and mandate. It's something that we all know. History has proven that it is correct. But I think with the demonstration that you see now with regards to the audit outcomes, it demonstrates that what we have always been raising as an issue with ESCOM in terms of making sure that these turnaround plans also respond to the needs and the demands of society, and it requires bold and decisive leadership. I think if that were to be a reality, it has been proven that probably chances are almost 80% that we will be able to say the problems of ESCOM as something of the past. But the general principle of alignment, I think it's something that is acceptable. One of the things we have said, by the way, was that it should not only have an alignment or misalignment within the department, including with its KPIs. It should be government's alignment with the departments. For instance, the Department of Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation should be central to make sure that what departments present to their respective portfolio committees in fact is
Yes,
in line
Mr.
with the
Luzipho,
national
we're going to have
priority.
to leave it there. Just in the interest of time, thank you very much for your insights. And we're speaking to Sahlulele Luzipho. He is the chairperson of the Portfolio Committee on Mineral Resources and Energy, just reflecting on the AG, the Auditor-General's briefing to the committee on the performance of the departments.